Choose a job ready course for Canada. Welcome. You may be an immigrant or resident in Canada. If you like to be qualified with a certification for a job in a bank or in a financial institution in Canada, you will find this tutorial useful. One, ambitions of the people. Everyone has a career ambition or some financial goals. In this lecture, you will find different types of people expressing their desires. Fortunately, there is a single certification course that will entitle you for a job that can help you in accomplishing your financial goals. 2. Choice between IFC and CSC. There are two choices of the certificate courses and you will need to choose one that suits you best. You will get an overview of these two entry gateways that will help you to decide. 3. Learning approaches. There are many ways to learn IFC and CSC. You will get a clear picture of the options available to decide on one of them depending on how soon you like to get ready and how much you can afford. 4. Self-learning. This section guides you how you can do a self-learning at low cost and at your own pace of learning. 5. What next? In this part of the lecture, you will see the summarized and recommended action plan for a career in bank or for your financial planning. Let us first look at various types of people and their expectations. You may like to be in the Canadian financial services industry, including banks.
I'm an investor. I want to manage my portfolio myself. I just need basic knowledge of securities.
A job in a bank is my dream. How do I get there?
I need more money than what I can get doing a job. I want to be a commission-based agent to buy and sell mutual funds.
I do not like working with folded hands under someone all day. I should be in an advisory role telling others what to do.
My financial advisors manage my investments. I like to review and modify my savings in my own way.
I want to understand where my investments are from the statements I get from the bank.
I want to understand company, industry, and the capital market. I like to trade on my own.
I want to be different from the others with a growth career.
I like to do my retirement planning, taxation with RRSP and investments.
So, all these people want to learn IFC or CSC. IFC or CSC is one destination for all. To start a career in financial services, either with a bank, a mutual fund, securities trading, or in consulting, a financial advisor in a bank or in an investment firm, a licensed salesperson to perform as mutual fund sales representative, a dealer of mutual funds for retail investors that earns commission, a financial planner, an active investor who wants to learn how to manage own portfolio, an investor that is interested in understanding investments managed by a banker from the statements, an individual to be able to manage retirement planning and RRSP, a person owning a business that wants to understand company, industry, and the capital market. Whatever is your wish, you need to qualify by passing a certification course conducted by Canadian Securities Institute CSI.
Certification in either IFC or the CSC is a prerequisite for the career in investment finance, including the banking.
Your ambition could be in either of these. In another lecture, you will understand more about the courses and how to choose one for you.
The answer to the question is IFC, although CSC has wider scope. You will learn from the video how this conclusion is arrived at.
Which is better, IFC or CSC? This is the most common question which one to choose for career in financial services, particularly in investment finance and banks. CSI caters to all Canadian securities industry and regulatory environment. The people aspiring for a career in investment industry look for an advice. For answering this question, you have to understand little more about both the two courses on IFC and CSC. Either of the two is necessary for a career in investment finance or for variety of career roles. It could be either of an independent practice or to manage own investments, to practice as independent professionals like mutual fund advisor, investment advisor, financial advisor, financial planner, investment consultant, and many more roles. You will also require skills in problem solving, analytical skills, interpersonal skills, and effective communication. The single gateway for career in banking and investment marketplace is IFC or CSC. The latter is more appropriate because the scope of learning and the scope of opportunities are wider for CSC than that of IFC. Canadian Securities Institute CSI formulated both these programs with the common objective to equip the interested people to get ready for the career in finance industry. IFC caters to advising and trading on mutual funds only, whereas CSC covers the entire range of securities. CSC is the foundational financial services credential. This is the industry standard stepping stone towards a comprehensive financial education for career-minded financial professionals and for any investor to enable more informed financial decisions. CSC includes a diverse range of topics for the securities industry, It gives a thorough understanding of the market and introduces you to industry terminology and practices. Obviously, CSC is more detailed and complex. This will entitle you to variety of opportunities if you want to be an investment advisor, to get a mutual fund license, to deal in alternative mutual funds for retail investors, to exempt from market representative license, to become a bank or trust company officer, to become a financial planner, to be an active investor, to learn how to manage own portfolio, to get a position in Canadian financial services industry. The scope of learning covers financial instruments, fixed income securities, equities, derivatives, alternative products, managed products, structured products, company, industry, and market performance analysis, understanding and analyzing corporate financial statements, setting financial goals and financial planning process, the portfolio management process and asset allocation, market and economic events impacting investment performance, the institutional marketplace, fee-based accounts and taxation, ethics and industry standards of conduct. Whereas with IFC certification, you can become a mutual fund sales representative. It is a rewarding career and also opens up many more opportunities. We will see some of the interesting aspects of beginning a career with MFSR. Career as mutual fund sales representative can give an earning potential in Canada of $40,000 to $100,000 per year. This can exceed the maximum on commission and fees for individual investment advisor performance. Depends on the place of employment and average salaries from Canadian job sites. Courses and credentials required for this career. Investment funds in Canada IFC or CSC for roles like building own clientele, advice on investment, retirement and estate planning. Job opportunities in financial services industry by mutual fund dealers, independent financial planning firms. Jobs, personal banking representatives, insurance sales agents, licensed to sell mutual funds. The responsibilities could be to build a book of business and open accounts for new clients, analyze client needs and recommend mutual funds best suited to investment, retirement and estate planning goals, receive and execute orders to buy or sell mutual fund units, provide account information and performance reports. Let us now see the summary and salient features of IFC and CSC. Common features. As we emphasized before, either of IFC and CSC is mandatory for career in finance industry of Canada. Exams for these certifications are done by CSI in test centers. The test comprises of 100 multiple choice questions to be answered in 3 hours. People taking these examinations require minimum 60% score in maximum of 3 attempts. We can now evaluate what are the unique aspects of IFC and CSC. Investment funds in Canada IFC. This leads to mutual funds license. It meets the requirement for advising on mutual funds of clients' portfolio on their investments. It can take further certifications in advanced mutual funds advice as well as personal finance planner PFP, certificate in personal banking, and there is only one single examination for IFC. Canadian Securities Course CSC covers all securities and instruments. This is the gateway to wide range of career opportunities in financial services. Will take future certifications like Chartered Investment Manager CIM, Estate and Trust Professional MTI, Certificate in Equity Trading and Sales. CSC has 2 examinations, part 1 and 2, and can be done one at a time. CSC certification requires passing of both.
Why IFC? IFC is just not the prerequisite certification for most jobs in banking and financial services in Canada. It is also a preferred learning for the people who like to manage their own investments in capital markets. Even the people who rely on financial advisors to manage their investments like to make out where their investments are from the statements they receive to understand how the funds are managed. Some investors like to understand how to allocate investments for tax savings. There are also some people who are business owners who like to understand the working of the capital market. The certification of IFC after learning is a recognition for a variety of requirements like independent mutual fund dealer.
As you can see from this video, IFC is simpler to get through and qualify for a career entry. You will start with the jobs that are for advising on selling, trading on mutual funds, and does not let you go beyond until you get through CSC exam 2. So it makes sense to start with mutual funds for the beginners in career in investment finance with IFC prep course rather than the more detailed CSC prep course. The certification will also enlighten you to trade on your own if you are an investor instead of going by the advice of a financial advisor of a bank.
Go by the prudent advice. IFC is easier, quicker, and less expensive certification program than CSC. You may do CSC after some experience in mutual funds where there are more opportunities to make a beginning. Most employers sponsor IFC certified candidates for a CSC. What next? FinTech Career Incorporated welcomes you to live IFC prep course.
IFC self-learning agenda. We will then see the step-by-step process to learn on your own. We will examine the three approaches to do the learning, the merits and demerits of each of them, and then look at self-learning. In this video, we will guide you to do the self-learning in a most effective manner with useful tips. Then you will understand how to prepare for the examination, and then we will suggest the recommended action plan. Step-by-step process to learn. Getting ready for the learning. Register for the IFC certification examination online with CSI. You will get access to download the textbook. It will be better you print a book or buy a printed book that will make your learning easy. There are three approaches for the learning to prepare for IFC certification examination. 1. Classic learning style. 2. Live and interactive online learning style. 3. Self-learning. 1. Classic learning style. The traditional way is to learn in a classroom taught by an instructor with thorough knowledge and ability to teach. This has its own advantages. The faculty will teach with passion and emotion and ensure learning is effective. You can clarify any doubts immediately. Learning in a group with the others through discussions and interactions creates a competitive spirit for cooperative learning. Good teaching ensures that learning happens. There are certain disadvantages of going through the in-class training. The first thing is such courses have high examination fees. Even if the institute is next door, you need some time to get ready to go. You must be formal for an in-class, and you may incur a cost and time to travel. Fixed and rigid schedules have to be followed. Just in case you miss a class, the continuity will be missing. So it will be difficult to cope up. Let us look at the live and interactive online learning style. The approach is to go through a live or an interactive online course, which is also instructor led. There are many advantages of this model. The faculty could be from anywhere to teach a live and interactive course. You can also attend the class from wherever you are. It provides for a synchronous learning, just like the in-class. Real-time chat and screen sharing brings in a live classroom environment. Anyone can make a project presentation or query that everyone else also can participate. Even people who are afraid to talk in a group can express freely. People with limitations like physical ability to move around may also prefer such course. Faculty and students become tech savvy. This kind of course is going to be the future. It is not affected by external environment like COVID-19. There are some disadvantages in this. The classroom size matters, should be smaller for a better attention of the faculty. It is difficult to do short projects in groups in a class. Students have to be facing the camera always with no physical movement. With just face on the device, it lacks effective informal communications. Now, both in-class and live courses have a significant cost, and either of them is led by someone with a schedule. We will now discuss the self-learning. You have the freedom to start the learning all by yourself at relatively lesser cost. You just need to spend for the textbook and the training materials like presentations, lectures, and the backup support that are readily available online. Once you have registered for the IFC examination, you are ready to start the learning by yourself. Again, you may do a self-study yourself to take the examination, or use an online tutorial to make best use of the handouts, lectures, and the background support of the faculty. On completion, you can book a convenient date and venue to take the examination. You will get presentation slides, the audios, and the contents for the online learning. This is an assisted training. These will make the learning very effective for easy learning online. It is meaningful to take the test and verify completeness of the learning at the end of each chapter. Verifying your understanding is the same as that of self-learning. Both the online presentation material and your book with highlighted points will be of use when you prepare for the final examination. This course comprises of 18 chapters. Learning is made easy by breaking down these 18 chapters into small components. There are 51 topics in this Udemy course. You will see the list of topic-wise lectures with the duration for each. Decide how much time you can spend at one stretch and choose the topics. It is recommended that you follow the sequence and do not choose topics at random, because they are designed for progressive learning. Before starting on each chapter, just read the book. It will make the learning easier. Use markers to highlight the important points in the book. Each chapter has multiple lecture topic wise. At the end of each topic, there is a recap of important points. When you go through them, you will be able to consolidate your learning and become clear about what you have learned. When you have completed a chapter in full, if you have any doubts, you should go through the FAQs or go back to read the relevant part in the chapter from the textbook. At the end of each chapter, you should take the test that has 10 multiple choice questions. You can verify your answers. These answers are available online, so you will know where you lack understanding. You can go through the textbook and the FAQs again and get clarity of the learning. You are required to score 60% or more in the final examination. You should aim to answer all 10 questions right at the time of learning. The tutorial is prepared by the practicing professionals in finance with high academic qualifications, rich experience in investment finance, and expertise in teaching students preparing to take certification courses in CSC or IFC. The contents of the presentation and the material used and the audio text are all created for making the learning easy. So you can put your step forward for the self-learning. Although you learn by yourself, remember that your instructor is there in the background to answer your questions within a predefined time. Make use of this facility to get clarified by the experts. Preparing for the examination. You have access to the presentation slides, the audios, and the contents that can be made use any number of times as you wish. You may redo any part of the lecture until you get a thorough learning. Your book with highlighted points will be of use when you prepare for the final examination. This is an assisted training. Let us sum up the distinct advantages of self-learning. The foremost benefit is the cost. It is much less than the instructor-led courses, either in class or live. You also enjoy the freedom to learn at your own pace. Choose the time that suits your convenience. Schedule as much time as you can do for the learning. This is a cost-effective learning with the added advantage of rich contents that does value addition to the textbook for the easy learning. For example, the pictures, images, tables, graphs, and summaries included in the professional presentations backed with the lectures in high quality audios enable easy learning. Because all these are prepared by practicing professionals with high academic qualifications in finance and management, accreditations for practice as financial advisors, and the expertise gained from rich experience in investment and banking. All lectures are of short duration because the entire course is logically broken down to 51 logical topics. These lectures include recaps at the end of each topic. Above all, there is a backup support of the instructors to clarify doubts, if any, that will be answered within the predetermined time scale of 24 to 48 hours. You have the facility to redo the lectures again and again as many times as required by you for revision until you are able to understand each topic thoroughly. there is also scope for improvement from the feedbacks from students like you to make further improvement in the quality of the contents. What next? You also have a chance to go through the select lectures to start with right away. Assuming that you learn one topic a day, you will take maximum 51 days, that can be in about 2 months, to complete the full course. As you are close to the end of the course, when you feel confident of taking the examination, you can register for the available date and venue for the certification examination. Recommended action plan. The learning requires just one action to register for the online course. A printed book is essential to make the learning effective.
What next? You can go ahead and enroll for the certification in CSI. Download IFC or CSC book from the CSI website. Register for the course in Udemy. Start and progress at your own pace. Book your examination date with CSI when you are ready. Do a revision just before the examination with this same tutorial and the book. Please share your success from this tutorial with others. FinTech career also offers instructor-led courses in class and live. Contact for details. Happy learning, best wishes.